Bengals, Chiefs. Bengals won the last three matchups. Uh, People saying Joe Burrow owned Mahomes. Owned Mahomes. Mahomes is with a high ankle sprain on the injury report, but he's looking pretty good. And the Bengals were favorite, and then the Chiefs swung it back to minus 1.5, I believe. So Tomo, let me care with you. Who you got? Bengals or Chiefs?
I mean, the glasses say it all, man. I'm going with Joe Burrow. I have this mellow tone because I've been seeing that the Bengals have been talking a lot of trash, and I don't like that. I don't like when teams come in and they doing all this hype. We talking about Burrowhead and they just and Eli Apple. He just talking about Stephon Diggs after that. I don't like too much of that, guys. Just show up and hoop. Just show up, hoop, or show up and ball out. We got the talent on the outside of the field. I told y'all since week one. I'm an unofficial Bengals fan. And then you got Mahomes out there tiptoeing. I mean, he is the GOAT for a reason. So all that Burrow over Mahomes stuff, that's just impossible. That's insane. That's insanity. Let me take this off. Let me get serious for a second. Mahomes is flat out the greatest quarterback in the league right now.
Okay.
Burrow is number two. But the Bengals have a better team
Mm-hmm.
than the Chiefs right now. And with Mahomes being injured, that gives them a better edge. However, they do have Chandler Jones on that defensive line. I mean, Chris Jones. I keep
Mm-hmm.
calling him Chandler Jones. Chris Jones. And he's known to get to quarterbacks when it's time to get to them. So that's going to be the edge right there. And then I seen somebody in the chat talking about Travis Kelce. Ain't nobody worry about no Travis Kelce, man. Not worry about Kelce. You got three number ones on the other side of the ball, and you talking about Travis Kelce.
All right. Dave, talk to us.
Mm. I'm with you, Tom. I'm going with the Bengals.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Let's
going with
get
the
it.
Bengals. Um, until I see Mahomes beat the Bengals, I'm picking the Bengals. That's just how
Dang.
it. You know how y'all say until you see the Rams beat San Francisco, you go to San Francisco all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing the same thing here until I see Mahomes finally get over the hump and beat him. I'm going with Burrow. Burrow has played well. That defense has been playing well also. And even with offensive linemen being down, that O line plays hungry. Joe Mixon had a good game last week. Then he still got those three receivers. He still got Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase. He still got Hurst as his tight end. I just he got a lot of weapons over there. Eli Apple has been talking a lot of trash. I get it. He more likely might get cooked, but
Hmm.
I'm going with the Bengals, man. I think the Bengals on a rise to get back to the Super Bowl and break that Super Bowl thing where the losers don't get back. I think they're going to get back to the Super Bowl this year.
Mm. Okay. I was surprised with that one. So even if Tom ain't come on, we were gonna be debating. Good. All right. So Chiefs. I'm going Chiefs. Picking the Chiefs. There's no way that I'm picking against Mahomes in these circumstances. Mahomes is the first time in his career when he's going to a situation and a lot of people are expecting him to lose. All right, because this game will actually help his greatness and all that stuff. Injured, high ankle sprain against a team that beat you the last three times. The defending AFC champions who just manhandled the Bills, the same team you went throw for last year. The same team that beat you earlier this year too. Bengals beat you too this year. So Mahomes got, like you said, Tomo, defense is better than the Chiefs. Rushing attack is better than the Chiefs. Receivers are better than the Chiefs. I mean, you name it. Bengals, Bengals, Bengals. But the
Sound like you
one,
was about to say beans, greens, tomatoes.
all right, it ain't Thanksgiving yet. So Bengals are winning across the board, except for one position, and that's the main position
That's
at
true.
quarterback. One thing about Patrick Mahomes I like is not only he's a skilled quarterback, Aaron Rodgers like probably much better as far as skill wise. He also has the mentality. He's a dog. On top of that, like you see, someone like Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is more like he not a dog like that to me. The more talented quarterbacks aren't dogs really, like Justin Herbert. He ain't a dog. You know what I mean? But Patrick Mahomes is going at you, and this dude is so motivated right now. So I'm picking up, and also Chris Jones. Chris Jones is going to be a major factor. They got three offensive linemen still hurt, and the Buffalo Bills defensive line is not the same without Von Miller. So let's not try to compare that, right? But Chris Jones, 15 sacks this year. As a defensive tackle, that's huge. 15 sacks for a DT. So that's Aaron Donald like for real. So
Don't bring
with
up
those,
those memories, man.
yeah, I know the big ones do. All right. So with that being right there, Chris Jones is going to make an impact. And who also going to make an impact? Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Pacheco, right? Pacheco, the running back for the Chiefs. He's been playing pretty good lately, also. All right. In the last 2 games, he's been averaging like 8 yards a carry. All right, and he like I said when Mahomes got hurt, like I said earlier this week, when Mahomes got hurt and he was out for that series, Pacheco kind of stepped up and got those big chunk of yards for Chad Henry. So I think that the Chiefs are going to win this one, and I think they're going to win by a touchdown. I don't think it'll go down to a field goal no more. And you know something I found out today out stat. Do y'all know that the Bengals offense hasn't scored a touchdown yet in the postseason in the fourth quarter?
They didn't have to.
In the last 2 years, this for everybody keeps saying that I'm going on Joe Burrow. The Bengals haven't scored a offensive touchdown in the playoffs in the last 2 years.
They didn't have to.
So they've been carried by their defense. So if you are expecting Mahomes to melt down like he did last year, then it's throw out the window. That ain't happening. All right. That's the only way this team will win if Mahomes melt down, but that ain't happening. And I got the Chiefs winning.
What do you say? Mahomes alone 5 is happening, man. I told y'all there in the chat. He's going home. Ice up that ankle, man. It's over.
Yeah, man. I just think that Bengals defense is going to step up. They stepped up last week against another high-power offense. I think they're going to do it again this week.
And they're going to have to. Yeah. They've been talking too much.
Hey, this is the number 1 offense in the league, the Chiefs. This ain't the Bills.
I seen the number 1 offense go in the playoffs and lose before. Dallas. I've seen it happen.
Don't you ever compare Patrick Mahomes' team to a Dak-led
I said number 1 offense.
Or a Dak Prescott-led team.
I said number 1 offense. I didn't say anything about the players. I just said number 1 offense. Okay.
When it's the Cowboys, after that number 1 offense, everything goes out the window.
I coughed and said that name. I didn't give you. I didn't fully believe in it.
Check the microwave. Check the microwave.
If you told me they got the best coach, check the microwave. If you told me they got the best, check the microwave. That's got popcorn right here too. But yeah, I got the Chiefs, man. I got the Chiefs. And then, but Eli Apple, I'm not gonna lie, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with Eli Apple's doing. You know, I mean, I'm not a big fan of of course, as a opponent, I'm gonna hate it because it's gonna annoy me. I'm like, boy, you ain't do nothing. Like, stop talking. But if he's on your team, it's like a Patrick Beverly for real. If he's on your team, then I'm gonna shoot. I seen the number 1 offense not make the playoffs, and I also see the number 1 offense win the Super Bowl. So the Rams, greatest show on turf.
They got lucky.
So let's get it.
Yeah,
all right.
They were a pick away from not making it, but it's cool.
Man.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.